Hey guys, you probably saw in my last video how I made a formula for a plus bi to the power of c plus di, which, spoiler alert, I'll be testing that out today. A plus bi to the power of c times e to the l in absolute value a plus bi times di times e to the ci theta times e to the negative d theta. That's the formula, and let's test it. So we know that I to the I equals e to the negative pi on 2, right? So let's see if that works here. So in this case, if we write I to the I is a plus bi to the power of c plus di, a and b are both 0, right? Because there's no real numbers. And b and d are both 1. So a, that's 0. So that's bi, which b is 1. So I, absolute value of I, to the power of 0. Well, this is 1, and 1 to the power of 0, that's 1. So, and it's 1 times, so that can get cancelled out. Times e to the ln of 1, which is 0. So that's e to the 0 times di, e to the 0i, which is 1, so that won't matter because we're multiplying. And that's c to the, e to the power of ci theta. C is 0, so that's 0 I theta. And what theta is, it doesn't matter right now. Theta is pi over 2, by the way. And e to the negative d theta. So these all cancel out because they're 1. And we're left with e to the negative, and d is 1, so it's e to the negative theta. And what's theta? Well, let's draw a complex plane down here. Sorry, my drawing skills aren't that very good, but here we have the real axis, here we have the imaginary axis. Now, this is in terms of a plus bi, right? So if we look at a plus bi, well, a plus bi is just I, so a and b are both 1. No, a is 0, and a is the real number, so if that's 0, then that's here. B is 1, so that's about here, as like a guess. So we have to travel this far, and this is the angle, theta. And we know what a right angle is in terms of radians. It's pi over 2, because the full 180 degrees is pi, so half of it is pi over 2, and that's 90. So that's e to the negative pi on 2. And then we're done, because we see here that I to the I is e to the negative pi on 2, and this formula works for that. So, we're done. I'll post another video with a short example of a complex number squared next.